first skater in. Skating for Disorder, Nyjah's boy. Making it through the wild card jam yesterday from New Zealand, Leonard Tejada. It's a ripper. Get ready.
Yeah, he kills it. He killed it in your city as well. Waterloo Skate Park. Getting his back from Florida contest killer, Jake Ilardi.
Tampa Bay Rays represent. And Alex Midler, good to see him back on the course. He's a wild child. You never know what you're going to get, but it's going to be exciting.
Alex is definitely crazy. Someone who's a little more polished, a little more in tune with the contest. Former champion, Gustavo Ribeiro.
Speaking of Super Crown champions from Brazil, Giovanni, Vianna, Fakey God. Rounding out group number 1. Let's go. So if you want to come
favored.
up, bet on Jake Ilardi.
Jake Ilardi would be the best bang for your buck, but it's definitely a lot more risky.
Yeah. I'll say Jake's been looking solid in practice. Leonard Tejada from New Zealand is already on the course, lighting up the crowd, missing the flick on the kickflip on the Euro gap.
And this is a big moment for Leonard coming through the wild card.
Oh!
I mean, making the most of it. Hard flip. Suski, back 180.
That was incredible. Coming off the tray flip 50.
I run out of time here.
Hard flip, fatty to flatty, little slide out. So not a perfect run for Leonard, but he's got to feel good about some of what happened in that line.
Yeah, definitely just a little shaky start for him, as expected. First one, trying to work out some nerves, going for the hard flip back tail, but taking anything he can get. And then this hard flip filmed with Galaxy.
The tray flip down the 4 block to start things off is proper, but 4.7.
It's funny, Leonard actually sent me a DM a little while ago asking if he could get into the wild card jam. And I was like, I'll see what I can do.
Nice.
And look at him now.
I'll give you some of the credit.
Into the actual knockout round.
All right. Jake Ilardi, the underdog on the stake betting odds, group number 1, starting strong. Clean.
Big spin back tail to start is heavy.
Jake doesn't mess around, and he's nicest guy ever. Very serious about skating contests. I've been a little surprised that he hasn't had better results based on his consistency and his drive is next level.
Yeah, he's had a lot of success in contest skating, but just not a lot of success in street leagues.
That's right. But in Brazil, he didn't make the final, and then he promised me this year he's going to be making finals. So I'm going to hold him to it.
It's a big promise.
Yeah, I accept that promise, though. Let's go, Jake. 5.6. See, he is in first place.
Yeah, I mean, so far, so good.
Alex Midler. Willing to put it all on the line every time he steps on his board. That is for sure. Only skated a couple of SLS stops last year, hanging on to that tray flip up the Euro. Missing the front feeble on that Harbor Bridge rail. Clean front 50 into a nice 360. All right, Midler. Clean it up. In line number 2. He'll be on his way.
Look at that perfect tray flip. Up the big Euro gap for Alex Midler.
3.6.
Okay, so far, your man Jake Ilardi is still in first.
Gustavo Ribeiro, out of Portugal, 2022 Super Crown champion. Signature move, crook nollie flip. He's had 3 wins in his street league career, but it's been a few years. His last one was that Super Crown in 2022.
There's been a lot of talk about how this course sets up pretty good for Gustavo. Long, mellow, round rails. He kind of excels at that. He's a very flip out type of guy, and you can't have a steep rail when you flip out. So we'll see if he could clean up his runs, and then the best trick section's definitely going to favor him more than most.
On deck, Giovanni Vianna. So new leader, 5'8", Gustavo.
And these scores leave the door wide open for Giovanni.
Giovanni is famously very consistent. He's not a guy who's going to flip his board a million times, but he does his own brand of unique tricks, and they tend to score pretty well.
Yeah, he has that fakey pop that's so good. Won him a lot of money here at Street League over the years.
Look at that, just flying over that shotgun rail, cab back lip. Heel flip, time check. There we go, classic Gio, cab front nose slide fakie.
Yeah, the board doesn't leave his feet all that often, but the tricks are very technical and hard. Half cab back 5, and cab back lip, and cab front nose. And look at this. That's very scary on a long, mellow shotgun rail. This cab back lip was a little bit of a process for him to figure out. He kept locking in the Smith grind because the shotgun rails are so wide. But if he got fakey pop like Gio, no problem. 8.7.
Huge score. Great start.
Make some noise, Gio.
So we'll go back to the top of the order to Leonard Tejada from New Zealand, getting the nod from Nyjah for disorder. It says a lot. It says you're gnarly.
Yeah.
Nice front side feeble, little kick flip up that Euro.
There's the kick flip that we're used to.
Okay, hard flip, back tail locked in that time. Taking it to fakie. Tray flip 50. He's hustling, he's got time. Here we go, hard flip from the top rope.
And that was a little bit of just a rookie kind of move. He had enough time to be able to set himself up a little bit. He was rushing for no reason. Still a great line up until that hard flip.
But that hard flip finish would have changed the score
drastically.
A lot of tricks, a lot of variety. 6.3.
Yeah, I think he could have been into that 8 range with the hard flip down the big section, but still an improvement.
Jake Ilardi, run number 2, coming off of 5.6.
Jake Ilardi, always continue on SLS.
Every try, big spin, back tail, just to get started. Risky move, massive tray flip.
Yeah, it's definitely a very risky move in the middle of your line.
Huh. So he's going to get stuck with that 5.6 from the line section.
Gonna be looking to 4 tricks in the best trick section.
So there's 4 groups in the knockout rounds. The winner of each group advances to tomorrow's final, and then the top 2 highest overall scored skaters also advance.
Put your hands together, make some noise.
Alex Midler back in, trying to clean up this run, put it together, stay on his board.
Slightly better tray flip.
Backway nose grind. Midler kind of needs a mega launcher to something. That's where he really gets his work done.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of the gnarliest skateboarders ever.
Oh, that was nice. Front 270 lip.
That was a very solid run. I really like the combo of the bump to rainbow rail, the bump to harbor bridge rail.
That's right.
To the bump to back nose blunt. It's definitely like a slow, calculated start, and then it ramps up towards the end. Yeah, back nose blunt is definitely not easy on the bump to ledge, and then front 270 lip.
That front foot was loose too.
Take what you can get.
Yeah. 7.8.
Nothing to turn a nose up at.
Gustavo Ribeiro struggling on his first run. Coming in. Here we go.
I mean, that combo in itself, tray flip 50, crook nollie flip.
Quick feet.
And that's what Gustavo is really good at. Landing a lot of tricks in a short amount of time.
Nice. Frontside feeble. 10 seconds left. Got to finish strong here. Big spin front board, fakie. Solid run start to finish, Gustavo Ribeiro.
Yeah, it was a really solid run. He started very hot. Kind of took it a little easy through at the middle of his run, and then ended with the big spin front board. Yeah, this should be a pretty solid score. I don't know if it was quite as good as Gio, but definitely solid.
8.2, right you are. Good enough for second place. if you don't win your group, you need to finish a close second to have a chance. Giovanni Vianna in half cap back 5-0.
That's that shotgun rail. The first half cap back 5, he locked in like a hubba. That one, he locked in heel side like a round.
Oh! Is that nollie big spin front nose? Is that what what did he just do?
Nollie big front nose.
Hey now! The crowd loved that. 1 foot front feeble. Oh no! Right at the end. That was an amazing line. Super unique.
You see that heel side lock right there? Getting a little swirly, but contest make. And then I want to see this front feeble. Look at this extension.
Yeah,
7.9, not quite as good as his first line, but entertaining for the rest of us. So the winner from each heat here automatically goes into the final. Winner of each group advances, and then the top 2 overall points who didn't win their group will round out the final start list. 6 skaters make it through. Jake Ilardi going for the big spin front blunt.
And that's the hard part. When you mess up your 2 runs, your back's against the wall, you got to go your best right out of the gate.
Leonard Tejada on the highest rolling in the building. Coming back with the tray flip.
Got a little bit of a shinner there.
Midler. Same path. Back 3. Perfect. Nicely done.
Yeah, Midler's always been a good back 3er. Did it into the car wash.
Yeah, that's the clincher.
This is the angle filmed with Galaxy that we like to see.
7.7.
Yeah, it's a solid score, but I feel like a lot of these guys out here can back 3 that gap.
But all you got to do is win your group. But when you have Gustavo Ribeiro in your group, you probably can't cruise it.
I mean, we got 2 former champions. Tray flip front board, bigger flip front board, whatever you want to say. Did it perfect.
8.6. So we move on to Giovanni Vianna. Looks like he's probably going to be setting up fakie. Classic. Such a weird spinning trick. Blind onto the hubba, frontside half cab, back 5-0.
Yeah, very awkward trick. You have to have a lot of pop to get that up and around. But as we said, Nyjah is one of the best fakie ollies in the game and handled that one with ease.
8.1, Nyjah back in the lead. Jake Ilardi looking mildly dejected. Let's go, Jake. Okay, picking it back up. Big spin front blunt fakie.
And big spin front blunting a hubba is definitely a lot harder than a rail, I would say. Even though this hubba is definitely smaller than the shotgun rail. Still really hard to pull that off.
8.4.
Solid score. I just think it's going to be so hard to get into the 9s on that small hubba.
It keeps him in the mix. He's going to have to put down back-to-back-to-back hammers as we move on to Leonard Tejada. Oh, that was nice. Tray flip, caught, stomped.
He made that gap look small, how good he did that.
And it is roughly shoulder height. Could be even higher than that. There's that chase angle. Beautiful. Straight to the feet. 7.3. That keeps Leonard in the mix. He needed it, got it.
Kind of a hot start to this trick section.
Average trick score for Midler, 8.4. Top score ever, 9.4. Let's get back to some of that. Backboard up the shotgun rail. He was taking that up into 5-0 yesterday.
He also took one to the chest. Board sliding up that rail.
It's got to be scary. Gustavo Ribeiro coming off an 8.6. Oh, doing what he does. Tray flip, front nose grind.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely has one of the best tray flips. As you can see, tray flipped into a front board, tray flip into the nose grind.
He can definitely put it where he wants it.
Yeah, he can pop it. It's high enough for anything.
That narrow stance, it's pretty impressive. Fling that thing. 8.8. Yeah, no 9s happening out here, though.
No, I think we're going to need to go to that shotgun rail for 9s, but I could be wrong. I mean, we'll see. Giovanni definitely has the trick selection.
More fakie. Okay. Cab nose grind down the hubba.
That's such a hard trick to do. Yeah, full cab into a nose grind.
I think we've seen it with Yuto, we see it with Cordano, we see it with Giovanni. It's so important to have your own bag of tricks. They are the hardest tricks, but they're not the hardest tricks for the person doing them. Like for Giovanni, that's just the way he skates and he stacks up points. If he was trying to mimic everybody else and trying to hard flip off the gap, I don't think, you know, he wouldn't get the results.
No, and that's where that originality and style come into play.
Jake, back in. Oh! Big flip, front blunt fakie.
All right, we could see our first 9 here.
Is there any point deduction for the fact that he did 2 spinning and board varying flips into, or tricks into a front blunt?
That would be the only issue, I think. Big spin front blunt, then big flip front blunt. You're getting a little close, But still, big flip is way harder.
Come on. Hit us with a 9. You can do it, Kelly. Good call, Sean.
First one in the club. I kind of was thinking it might be impossible on that hubba, but Jake Ilardi proved me wrong.
So the comeback for Jake Ilardi after not the best showing in the line section. 2 for 2 on the hubba.
And he is the only one in the 9 club for the 2026 season so far.
Good point.
He's the only one. I don't see it staying that way, but, you know.
All right, Leonard in. Ooh. Might have threaded the needle there.
Yeah, that was close. Definitely hobbling a little bit, but I think he got out all right.
Could have been worse. Alex Midler. Oh for 2 on the board slide up the shotgun rail. And he's in a tough spot. He's got to go 2 for 2 on his final tries, and they got to be huge scores.
Yeah, he's going to need 2 9s, basically.
So the battle between Gustavo Ribeiro and Giovanni Vianna, trying to get that top spot. But there's always hope for the last chance qualifier. Top 2 highest finishing skaters who didn't win their group move on to the finals.
I think that's such a cool way to do it, because someone can just go off in your group, but it doesn't mean you're completely out of it. You still have a last chance qualifier.
Wow. Front side half cab, front nose grind.
That was almost front crook, too. You might have to see the fisheye angle of that, see if he pinched it.
I like looking to see where he's looking on that roll-up. Looking over his shoulder and then having to do a full 180.
Yeah, that's front crook. Very, very rare trick.
No matter what the judges come through with, yeah, Gio.
Okay.
And now there's 2 in the club.
Yeah, Jake broke the seal. Gio keeping it going. 9 even. Giovanni in the lead.
Kind of the fakey version of Stefan's nollie backside 180.
Also in the 9 club so far, Jake Ilardi.
Jake setting up with his hubba again. Oh, trying to big spin out of the big spin back tail. A lot going on there.
A lot of big spin.
He may have taken himself out, though, by bailing right there. These are important tries. Leonard needs to stick this to stay up in the mix. Doesn't get it.
No, we saw him do that on the last bit of time in the wild card. But little different style, little different pressures being in the actual knockout round.
And Andrew did mention that Leonard may have skated a bit too much yesterday, which happens.
It's a lot, you know.
Midler coming back, trying to swim upstream here. Oh, he got robbed last second.
The crossbar.
So he's going to have one more try to make that one for the crowd. Midler's so fun to watch. Hasn't had the results at Street League necessarily that we'd hope for. We'll get there. Gustavo, Ribeiro, in, needs an 8-9 for first. Whoa. What was he trying right
I think
there?
he was trying tray flip 50. The double barrel rail kind of got him a little bit, that front truck going all the way across to the other side. Wasn't able to hang on.
Gio sticking with what works, coming in fakie. Sick. Cap front nose, big spin out. So Giovanni sitting in first. So group one will be getting a re-rack. Giovanni as the leader will skate last on the final single trick attempts. Leonard Tejada, who's in fifth, will drop in first for his final try. Leonard was yesterday's winner of the Wild Card Jam. This Australian crowd supporting the New Zealander. He wants to finish strong here. Hard flip, back lip, not quite. So a great showing from Leonard. Having a good time, making a lot of tricks. Great skateboarding. Laser flip, fakie on the quarter. He's out.
Just cool to see Leonard make it all the way through the wild card. Being able to skate in front of somewhat of a hometown crowd.
For sure, unless Street League does a New Zealand stop, this is probably as close as it's going to get for him. Midler, come on, Alex. He's looking a little exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, you practice, you skate all day, and then you got to go up a handrail.
And that's one of the things you don't think about necessarily just while you're watching is how much sort of mental energy it takes to be ready when they call your name.
Yeah.
And it's not, you know, as a skater, we just want to go. But we've all been to spots, right, where we got to wait for cross traffic or people walking in front of the spot, and you're like, come on, hurry up, I'm trying to skate. That's what this is like.
100%, or security guards kicking you out.
Yeah.
But it's a hard thing to get used to because you can't really find your rhythm. So you just have to rely on just being, you know. What I'm trying to just say, it's hard to catch a rhythm. So.
But it's one of those things that certain people just are able to deal with.
Yeah, that's just experience too.
And Gustavo Ribeiro just tray flipped front 50 down the shotgun rail.
Yeah, Gustavo hasn't skated for a solid, 4 minutes, and then tray flip 50 is the rail. First try right out of there. Locked on toe side. That back truck, but still able to pull it out.
He needed that if he wants to win this group. Is it enough? Needs an 8.9 for first. It's up to Kelly and the boys now. Haisa's stressed. She knows the feeling. Sora knows the feeling.
And Gustavo, this is a little tricky.
8.4,
Yeah.
not even close.
Just think a lot of tray flips. Tray flip front board, tray flip nose grind, then tray flip 50. You know, that's where in the judging, that variety aspect comes in. Just hard when you do 3 tray flips into tricks to get the solid scores.
Giovanni winning this group. This one is warm-up for tomorrow's final. Hope to see that one go down.
And Gia winning all on that hubba. Yeah.
And not taking any huge risks.
No.
I think people who have those tricks that they don't have to flip their board, but they still get the huge scores, are always at an advantage.
100%. I mean, you saw Yuto being able to take off and run with it, and then Gio's the same thing.
Here's the standings. Men's knockout round, group number 1, Giovanni Vianna takes it. And based on that score, Gustavo Ribeiro has a shot to get one of those last chance qualifier spots. Now it's time to meet group number 2, Tommy Fynn, the Australian legend. Great to see him out here.
And one of the new young guns from last year, really sick skater, Julian Agliardi.
And of course, Monteiro from Brazil, a contest killer.
Another contest killer. They're all contest killers.
That's
from
true.
Peru, Angelo Caro.
And then Sora Shirai, the defending Sydney champion from 2024. Tommy Finn's got some big tricks. Nollie front board starting things off. Line number 1.
Big tricks, and Tommy doesn't skate the full seasons of Street League, but he has been around this contest for a long time, so he has experience. He has great trick selection.
Tommy's got a great backstory too. He was born in Durban, South Africa. He lived there till he was 10, and then he moved to New Zealand. And then when he was maybe 17 or 18, he finally made it to Australia. Wow, kickflip crook. Great start.
It's a great start. He had a little bit of a fumble in the middle, but was able to pick it up and end it strong.
Nollie front board just to get things started.
Back nose blunt.
He can back nose blunt anything. Casual crook.
Crook, and then kickflip crook.
6.3. Julian Agliardi down here with his entire family. Mom, dad, and brother Quentin. His brother's a ripping, really, truly ripping freestyler. It's fun to watch. Julian is so consistent. Last year was his first few SLS events, and he's only going to get better. Oof, kickflip front 50. Boosting.
Another kid that got the nod from Nyjah Huston.
True. Nice back over crook. Clean backside three.
Like a backside over crook.
Oh, cab right at the buzzer. Julian. That was a great line.
It was a great line, and it showed some maturity in there. You know, I've been able to watch him practice this line, and there was after the front heel, he switch heels up the Euro gap. He did the front heel a little sketchy, and instead of forcing the switch heel, he just switch ollied up it. He didn't need it, didn't want to risk it. I thought that was a very smart play. Great line, landed everything. This kickflip back nose grind was amazing into the kickflip front 50.
Had a good mix, a lot of variety.
And then this is what I'm talking about. Here's the front heel. He didn't land it exactly how he wanted to. It got a little swirly and just opted for the switch ollie. Another cool thing about this line is he skated pretty much everything.
And that finish, cab, clean.
Clean.
Nine club for Julian. Well deserved. Good work. Another look.
Yeah, it was great. Greatly planned out. Perfect execution. Variety was there.
He's shocked. Ivan Monteiro from Brazil. I'm claiming it. He's one of the hardest working skaters out there. He is everywhere all the time. You look at a contest result, and he's going to be up in the mix no matter where it is every weekend of the year. Not a great start. It's an easy one for him, but that shotgun rail, you talked about it, Sean.
Yeah, especially for board slides, it just makes it a little weird. You got to turn all the way around.
Switch back tail. Very calculated skater. But you almost have to be. And he's got a few clutch moves. 360 flip lip slides and 360 flip nose blunt slides are some of those moves.
Yeah, these are moves that he's very comfortable with that got away from him here. So looking for a very strong second line from him. Just needs to settle the nerves a little bit, that's all.
Four, 7.
Next one.
Moving on to Angelo Caro from Peru. Another skater, very busy on the contest scene. Last year he won that wild card jam in Santa Monica, went on to finish 3rd in the final behind Jocelyn and Shane O'Neill. And he actually won his chance into that Santa Monica contest at Tampa Pro last year with a 3rd place finish. So,
yeah,
making the most of it.
He skates a lot of contests around the world, but he had to work real hard to get in a street league. And he went through the proper channels, did it all, and now he's here.
Nice. Big spin front board. 10 seconds left. Love that trick. Back lane nose grind, 180 out. Strong finish.
Very strong finish. Really big kickflip to end it up the ramp.
Good to see him having a good time. It can be hard to have a good time out here.
I mean, look at that start. Tray flip front board.
Bennett grind.
Shout out Matt Bennett.
Lots of variety in that line from Angelo. Taking that big spin front board the distance to fakie. Popping out. 180.
Kickflip. And what do you call that?
I don't know.
All right.
Same. Yeah, fancy pants. $8.8. Good enough for second. Right where he needs to be. Stay in the mix. Win the group or finish a very close second.
And this is a little different than our last heat. Everyone seems to be putting together some solid line scores.
Very unique start of the line from Sora. Starting out fakie, boosting that front three there. Clean tray flip up the Euro.
Sora had one of the best years last year. He was always in the mix.
And he was right there when it came time.
Yeah,
Super Crown final.
tenths of a point from winning the Super Crown.
Crowd feeling it. So yeah, Sora got the win here in 2024, and he won in Tokyo that year too. Can he do it again in 2026? We'll see.
That's definitely such a solid run from Sora. Not a ton of tricks going down. He took his time a little bit, but everything was solid. Blunt slide and then ending it with this cab back lip, which is fairly routine for Sora.
Smiling on the landing. 8.7. Third. It's a battle. Group 2 of 4. Winner of each group advances.
Single tricks is going to
Tommy Fynn back on deck.
Okay, we are back to the top of the line, of course. Mr. Tommy Fynn.
Missing the flick on the nollie heel.
Still didn't waste too much time, though. Was able to get back into it.
Tommy has made 2 finals out of his last 3 SLS appearances.
That is great.
He's not going to get there based on these line scores today.
He's going to have to do it in the best trick section.
Tommy's got a kickflip back nose blunt when he needs it.
Yeah, I mean, he could pretty much flip into anything.
Flip into a 2. On deck, Julian Agliardi. First time we ever saw Julian in SLS was last year. And he impressed everyone to get invited back again this year. And he started things off with a 9 in the line section. And he keeps it going here in line number 2. Wow. He's probably trying to set up for that switch heel.
Yeah. Maybe thinking a little too far advanced in the line. But, I mean, what are you going to do? You got to beat a 9. You can only take one line score with you. He already has a 9. This run didn't really matter for him.
He's one of these kids. He's a prodigy. He's been good since, I remember the first time I saw him skate maybe 5 years ago. And you know what? It wasn't on street. It was in a bowl. And he has this kind of skill in a bowl also. So,
yeah,
there you go.
I mean, he was always kind of like the little kid that was around, right? And then, like, over the years, he grew up a little bit, and now he's a problem. Now he's the guy that is up at the top of leaderboards that you have to deal with.
But you never know with kids. You know, sometimes they're ripping, and you think they're going to be the next thing, and then they never learn another trick, never get any better. No. Julian keeps improving.
I think that happens most of the time, and Julian's kind of the rare one that gets out of it, you know?
Yeah.
Next up,
Hoban, Monteiro, Brazil.
Monteiro from Brazil, looking for a 9.5.
Famous for one of the worst slams in SLS history. Tray flip lip that didn't, and that one super crown.
Yeah, I had front row seats to that one. That was harsh.
Shout out Jeffrey Campbell, Australian legend, filming on deck.
One of the best filmers in the world.
Switch, back tail. Ooh, deck check, but hanging.
Back heel, yeah, you need to go a little faster for that one, but contest make.
Big finish. There we go, tray flip lip. Yvonne feeling good about that run. Giovanni cheering him on. Brazil is in the house. Brazil's in every house.
They travel well.
Yeah, they represent. 270 lip.
I mean, this was a very solid run, start to finish. Back 3 lip and tray flip lip, the big shotgun rail. 8.1.
A lot of big scores.
Who knows how it's going to stack up.
Group 2.
But even with a really good run like that, he's still in the fourth spot. Up next, Angelo,
Caro from Peru, trying to improve on an 8.8. 360 flip, front board.
360 flip, bump to bump.
Bennett 180.
Missing the truck on that Hurricane.
Nice. Oh, Angelo. It was just a switch 180, but he was coming out of the big spin board fakie a little loose.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt. It almost looked like he was setting up for another trick. And he last second decided not to do that.
Made the wrong choice.
And made the wrong choice.
That happens. Great attitude, positive kid, hard worker. Great to see him getting the invite for 2026.
Yeah, just missing that truck on the Hurricane. I think from then on, he knew it was going to be an uphill battle to beat an 8.8.
Yeah, I think the biggest hurdle to improving on a score in the line section after a fall is the fact that you can't repeat your tricks in singles, right? If you could repeat your tricks then you could just go all out trying to reclaim that lost ground after a fall in your line section. But you don't want to give those tricks away.
No, yeah, you don't want to leave it all out on the court in the lines. There's still a whole nother section to go. He's in good position. I think he made the right call.
Sora in, fakey front crook, fakey front big spin.
Now, Sora is a smart contest skater. So he's going to do virtually the same line, but tweak something very little just to get him up to that, closer to that 9, if he can pull it off.
Oh.
And he was going for that front side 180 fakey 5-0 instead of the blunt slide. Just didn't work out for him, but still
right up in there.
Yeah, has that 8.7 as a backboard. And as we've seen through the years, Sora does have those single tricks dialed in.
He's laughing mid-trick. 5.6. Stick with the 8.7. Oof, banana peel. Current leader in men's knockout round, group number 2. Julian Agliardi, California kid out here making big things happen. Stick around, we'll be back from Sydney.
But as we've seen in years, him keeping it safe is still better than most, if not everybody. I mean, a mellow Nyjah is still very, very gnarly.
I honestly thought he'd be out for a couple months, and then a week or so after, I see him posting. Okay, Tommy Fynn.
I would have took the year off.
Yeah, for real. Oh, ow.
Yeah, that fakey flip just not popping right. Getting a little away from you, and that's the scary thing about these contests is you go for anything. In the streets, he would have bailed that one 10 times out of 10. In the contest, you just have to go for it, and puts you in an awkward place.
But we also know as skateboarders that you can be doing almost nothing and get smoked. And it's unfortunate to see Tommy not getting up. But the staff is on it. They got the crack medical team here ready to handle it. Tommy's on his feet. Hey, I'm no doctor, but he's fine.
Yeah, skateboarding is dangerous, but Tommy, he's all right. He's up. He's walking around.
He's going to have to ice that thing down, though. It's a relief. Yvonne, ready to rip, trying to work his way out of 4th place. But the 8.1 line score is solid. Got to make up a little bit of ground, but he's going to do it in single trick if he's going to do it anywhere. Trying the tray flip nose blunt.
And another trick he is so good at, but that shotgun rail just makes things difficult.
I'll tell you what, though, I walked in here on Friday, walked in the door, first 1 second, I saw Yvonne make the tray flip nose blunt down the shotgun. Oh, Sora. Cab, back tail, bolts. Feeling it.
Are we going to see a different Different Selly this year from Sora.
Nyjah vibes.
Yeah, the samurai sword got put away. He went to the dance moves. Cab back tail fakie down the shotgun rail. Should definitely be good enough for first, but he's looking to get as many points as possible. 8.6, great start.
Shout out Chris Ortiz on your screen. He's the starter here at SLS. One of the most legendary skate photographers of all time.
And talk about one of the hardest jobs is to try to tell skateboarders what to do.
Yeah. They don't listen.
They don't listen.
Maybe if they all recognize his legendary status, they should listen. Wow, Angelo. Backside flip nose grind. It's the way he rolls. Another look. Locked in.
Locked in. Did it perfect. As we've seen from the last section, there are scores to be had on that little hubba, but it is hard to juice it up there.
There's a 9 on there for a big flip front blunt. But
Yeah.
8.2 for Angelo. Julian back on deck. Coming off a 9. His first line score. See what he's got in single tricks. Wow, kickflip front blunt.
Kickflip front blunt in the shotgun rail is crazy. I mean, what a hard trick in general, but to lock in, watch out, there's not a lot of clearance in there.
Almost none.
None, he's able to do that perfect.
Do you
I
think-
like this angle, actually, the wheels go through.
How much of it is psychological versus like the true double rail getting in the way factor?
I think it's a little bit of both. Psychological, yeah, I feel like it's a little scary to lock in, but you have to really wait to come out of the front blunt. You have to clear that rail, and it seems like it's going to take a lot longer.
Yvonne setting back up. Tray flip, nose blunt slide. So now he has 3 tries to make 3 tricks. Sora looking good with an 8.7 and an 8.6. And you can tell he feels good, and that goes a long way. Wow.
It's so hard to tell a degree of difficulty on this trick. Nobody does that, and especially not on a long, mellow, round rail. Backside 180 switch front crook checks all the boxes that you're looking for. Execution, originality and style, variety,
Danger.
degree of difficulty, danger factors high, and that's why you see a 9.3.
Beautiful. Sora in the driver's seat. Winner of each group goes to the final, but then the highest scoring top 2 who didn't win their heat also advance. Right now, that's Gustavo Ribeiro that scored 34 from Group 1. That'll be the score the second place guys are chasing.
It's a great idea for
Angelo Caro heading towards the shotgun. Switch.
Wow.
Front hurricane.
I didn't know he had that trick. Switch hurricane.
Rad.
It's definitely a very sick trick. I think at this stage in the contest, you know, I don't know if it's going to be as high scoring as he would like. 8.8, actually a great score.
Julian, 8.9, puts him in first place. It's coming off a 9 in the line score, 8.8 on his first trick. See what he's got next. Big spin front blunt.
I mean, he's figured out the blunt slides on the shotgun rail.
What's the deduction to go from kickflip front blunt to big spin front blunt?
I think, as far as that goes, I think it's different enough. I mean, kickflip and big spin, I know they're both front blunt tricks, but it was enough of a variety locking into the front blunt. I think he's going to get a pretty good score here.
Sora Shirai, Kona Big Wave, new leader of this group. Group number 2 of 4. In the zone.
We'll see if he can hold on to that lead here.
Ivan needs this make right now, or he's going to be out of it. Bolts, straight flip nose blunt. Good work.
Yeah, perfect. A lot going on with this trick. Tray flipping around to a nose blunt. Not a lot of room in between those rails. And that looked casual for him. This should be close to the club.
Right up in there. 9 even. That keeps Ivan in the conversation. Go, Brazil.
Yeah, look at that. Tray flip up and over. And I know he's did a few of them in practice, but that was probably the cleanest one he's done.
Sora on deck. Current leader, 0.2 of a point ahead of Julian. Look at that, coming off a 9-3. Baby games for Sora. Nollie, big spin back tail. Easy as you like.
Yeah, he has his bag of tricks so good that he can make them just look routine, but this is not routine. Nollie big spin back tails, hard trick.
.3. Kelly Hart, Andrew Brophy, and Billy Marks, SLS judges here this weekend. And shout out to Nick Bosario. He's the announcer, live announcer inside the building.
Let's not forget about Big Cat and Jimmy Gurecki.
That's true, I did forget.
Yeah. Got all 5 of them.
Yeah, we got all 5. Oh! Angelo! Backside flip nose grind 180.
Hats off to the crowd. This is one where I want to see a replay, because he did it good, but it wasn't perfect. It's definitely a lot of power slide on the way out. Kind of a slow roll away, but the flick in there, pinch. Just not the full rotation out, but held on.
.9. Great scores across the board for Angelo, Caro.
Man, Sora is barely hanging on to that lead.
We got some boos from the crowd. They wanted a 9, but the judges saw that sketchy landing.
Yeah, I think if he would have kind of whipped it all the way around, rolled out straight, would have been 9.
Wow, front heel. Down the 4 block for Julian. Nyjah's feeling it. Needs an 8.6 to move into the lead.
And he did that down Wallenberg, right?
Did he?
I'm pretty sure he did.
I think that, has that been released?
It came out in Thrasher.
Okay.
If you could do it down Wallenberg, you could do it at Street League. Front heel down the big drop.
Julian, it's an
8-7, new leader.
I'll take it. I mean, these three are battling. Julian, Sora, Angelo, all very tight at the top.
Yvonne can work his way back in there.
Yeah, Yvonne's not out of it either.
But he's got to go 2 for 2. So now he's out. Crook nollie heel.
And we have a battle at the top, 34.7. Only, what is that, 4/10 of a point separating the top 3.
Angelo, Caro. No, sorry. Sora, Shirai. In next. Needs an 8.6
and
to reclaim the lead.
And this is big for the re-rack purposes here. I mean, was there ever a doubt?
The only doubt was which really difficult trick is he going to go to. Man.
And the new Selly is alive.
So the 8.6, he's going to get that and more, yes?
Yeah, absolutely. Frontside 180, switchback nose grind all the way around.
Sydney's been good to Sora. You got a win here before. Looks like he could keep it going really easy right now.
I think skateboarding's been good to Sora.
True.
It's always pretty easy for him, yeah.
9.5!
I mean, he is relentless. He's never out of it. He has the tricks when it matters. And again, he was so close. Ginwoo barely edged him out last year in the Super Crown. He's picking up where he left off from last year. These are not normal tricks. I gotta ask him what he calls that one.
It's a 9.5 and up there straight into first for Sora Shirai with that one.
Angelo Caro.
You think Sora's getting higher scores for the celebration?
8.8.
Could there be a deduction for the celebration?
Oh, you think there's a
You never know.
You never know.
Angelo going for it. Coming up a little short on that one, but still right there. Just to make the point, Angelo and Julian, even their second and third place standings currently in Group 1 are ahead of Gustavo Ribeiro's second place from Group 1. Sorry, they're in Group 2.
Yeah, so that essentially makes Gustavo out.
Yes. Oh. And even if they finish in second and third, they would still be eligible for those last chance qualifier spots.
And then Angelo Caro is going to have a decision to make. Does he want to go for a 9.7 to guarantee him a spot into the finals to beat Sora? Or does he want to play it safe, just try to get above Julian Agliardi to be in first for last chance qualifier?
He's got to play it safer because a 9.7, I mean, that's just like, that's too far gone.
That's too far gone. I think if I don't know the math to get him above Julian.
Lucy Rerack for group number 2. So Tommy Fynn being out due to injury. Yvonne Monteiro will be first skater in. Sora Shirai, last up. He'll get to decide.
Agliardi 35.1. Sora sitting at 36.1.
Yvonne mathematically out. And now done. Good effort from Yvonne Monteiro all the way from Brazil.
Angelo is studying the chart. He's seeing what he needs. You know, they show him first, but I don't know if they show him what he needs for second.
Now, he's seeing the same screen we have, and there's just that 9.7, and the rest is up to you. Get out the calculator. He's asking Chris Ortiz maybe what he needs.
I mean, it's a lot to ask for somebody. Do some calculations and figure out a trick to get in there. This is why a lot of these guys bring somebody to help them out a little bit.
Absolutely. You could call it a coach, but you could just call it like just a helpful pal.
Yeah, someone that can be studying this as you worry about the trick that you need to try.
Dude, he's been taking a beating, but survives.
And he caught a real weird throwdown into the ramp. Still went for it. And he's not out of it. 34.7 still gets him into that second place in the last chance qualifier.
He's going to be biting his nails on watching group number 3 and 4. But you're right. Still in. Now Julian needs a 9.7 also to take the lead. Or he could just go to drop an 8.7.
Oh, kickflip back nose on. What a sick trick to do.
He got close. He's trying to drop the 8.6, sorry, but doesn't do it. He's going to settle for the 35.1. There's his mom, Kat. Great family. So much stoke and support. I don't know how they do it. They're all over the place all the time. They're all in. No math needed for Sora.
No.
Trying to drop an 8.6 just to get a higher score. Practice for the final. That's going to do it for men's knockout round group number 2. Sora Shirai gets it done with an overall score of 36.1. So 35.1 and a 34.7 are the new last chance qualifier scores. That's Julian and Angelo. So there is the second chance leaderboard. Julian Agliardi up on top, 35.1. Angelo Caro in the mix, 34.7. And Gustavo Ribeiro gets bumped at 34, out the window. Two groups still to skate here in Sydney. Shay Sandiford, first skater in men's group number 3 from Canada. Made a few SLS appearances, no finals yet.
One of the best styles in the game. And then Aimu, I cannot wait to see him skate. I'm such a big fan. His first ever Street League appearance.
Smiles for miles too. Kairi Natsuke from Japan, the heel flipper.
And then one of the most technical skaters in the world, Felipe Gustavo.
The man. We've been talking about him all day already. We've been talking about him since the birth of SLS, founding SLS Pro back in 2010, and he's still he's unbeatable. I currently beat Julian Agliardi and Angelo Caro. And Shay Sandiford is in back when he knows grind. Yeah, great style from Shay. We've seen him a few times. He skated as a wild card a few times. He's been close to making finals. He could get there. Got to stay on, stay cool. Oh, that is a rad trick. Bennett grind back to forward.
Yeah, he's always has cool tricks. Even that Nollie 180 frontside grind.
Yeah, without Evan Smith around, we don't see too many quarter pipe tricks.
No. Nice switch trade down.
A little no comply. That's time. Good tricks.
Yeah, really respectable run. The level of tricks in Shay's run are really good, but not as good as it needs to be with a fall. He needs to have a flawless run, and he missed that nollie front nose on the bump to ledge. It's going to be hard for him to get the score that he wanted without a flawless run.
.6. So the fall hurt bad.
Yeah.
On deck, Aimu. I guess what I'd sum up Aimu like this. You see one trick from him, and you know he's incredible.
Yeah, he's very lofty, floaty, flicks every trick. He does everything how you want it to be done when he lands it.
Right. Nerves, that's it.
Yeah, it's his first Street League. I don't know, is he much of a contest skater? Have you ever seen him in a contest?
Actually, many times, because he skated Dam Am Japan every year we did there, and then he would come skate Tampa Am. And inevitably, he'd make the finals and be right there. Yes, he could win, but a couple random falls every time. So, but I mean, let's be real. Dam Ams and Tampa Ams are a far cry in nerves from skating in an arena.
Yeah.
It's just different.
It is different. Different formats, different pressures.
Best varial heel in the universe. 180 switch crook. Not afraid of a triple XL shirt, that's for sure.
No.
I've never seen anyone smile more than he does.
You think it's triple X?
You think it's quadruple?
I don't know.
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big. Kaidi in.
And the line section has never been much of a problem for Kaidi. Always very solid line skater.
Oh, Smith grind. Backside flip. Nice. Trick for every obstacle.
And he usually, this is different shoes on his feet than usual, right?
I think you're right.
Oh.
Had an amazing line going. Heel flip, back lip, coming off at the buzzer. Front truck right over that rail. Crook nollie flip.
Yeah, he flipped in, flipped out. He had a lot going on in this run.
Micro dip.
But even being able to hold on to backside flip the pyramid after that.
6.8. Ginwoo looking on. Felipe Gustavo. His first ever SLS win happened here in 2023. And he did it in the single trick section. It wasn't from lines, it was 4 hammers.
Well, if he doesn't hustle, he's going to need to do that again.
Perfection. Coming back with a little hug. Nope. Line number 1 is going to be a throwaway for Felipe. What happened?
It just, the flip in tricks got to him. I think you know, nollie flip crook is a easy trick for Felipe. It didn't work out at the start of his run, and then was just rushing around, you know. And with this level of skating, especially with Nyjah Huston in your group, when you miss a trick, it's pretty much virtually a throwaway. But we'll see. We'll see what, you know, Nyjah said he's not going as hard as he usually would, but I don't know what percentage he's at.
Wow. Reeling in that nollie heel, shifty. Switch front 50.
Off to a very solid start.
He's just fun to watch skate. So good. There's the fall. Walking out of the bank. All right. One more. Nyjah can't be stopped.
Can't be stopped. And what's funny is seeing a little nerves from Nyjah. You don't really see that. You know, obviously coming back from a very crazy injury. The nollie crook was a little shaky. The nollie heel was a little shaky. And then he started to groove into the line. I mean, that little air foot coming into it was different for him. And then he's able to lock back in.
I remember when he came back from his ACL, he looked shaky for actually 1 or 2 contests. And then it took him a while to get back to winning. But this time it looked like he was shaky for 2 or 3 tricks and then got right into it.
Yeah, and then he locked back in, back Smith back 180. Got a little weird trying to get his board up that ramp afterwards, but this should get him into that first place spot pretty easily.
8-5. So we've been talking about Nyjah, all his success in Street League since the beginning, back in 2010. Here's a look at all the Super Crown champions. On the very bottom, you see back in 2010, Nyjah cracked it off. And then Sean Malto, 2011, then back to Nyjah.
Yeah, clipped one off, but then Nyjah went on a run after that.
Nyjah got 7 after that.
Yeah.
And as recently as 2024, and then last year, he was right in that mix. Nyjah finished 3rd last year in the Super Crown. Ginwoo, though, may be beginning a new type dynasty. I could see Ginwoo being on that list through about 2040.
Yeah, and I remember when we started Street League and seeing Nyjah skate the first one, we were like, oh man, we're gonna have to deal with Nyjah for a very, very long time. And then Ginwoo last year kind of had that same effect. I'm like, man, I feel bad for everybody else.
Yeah, the level is outrageous. Shay Sandiford back in. Oh, I love that. Bennett back to forward. You don't see that trick.
Oh, is that a Nollie 180 fakie 5-0?
There we go, Nollie front nose slide. 10 seconds left.
Going for the front shove nose slide.
Good skating so far from Shay. Not good enough. He's gonna have to look to single tricks. But it gives you a glimpse how good he is.
Yeah, Shay is definitely very solid. Respectable street skater.
You gotta play to your strength.
But we talk about it. You can be as good as anyone, but it's a different story when you're skating high. Just like, it's not so much pressure, it's just it's nerves in front of a crowd like this. You know everybody at home is watching.
Yeah, there's a lot of people watching live, a lot of people watching online.
Yeah.
And then
your legs go.
And then you got to beat Nyjah Huston on top of all that.
So maybe Imu's feeling that way right now.
So sick.
There we go.
And that's just, that cab, it just looks different than everybody else. It's that late whip at the end.
Oh, same with that front big. And you know which one blew my mind that he did is the back 3, where he popped it, and the whole thing was late. He did an ollie late back 3. That was sick. So, Imu getting into a groove here, bonking up the hubba, and that is tall. Ollie back big spin.
And just a sick line. Technically, probably not the hardest tricks, but if you're going for style and originality,
yeah, and
really well done.
I don't know if you agree with this, but there's style and then there's technique too. His technique is unlike anyone's.
It's flawless.
And there's so much control with his feet.
Yeah, so much control that he's able to do things like that. 1 foot out. Then to end it with this nollie big.
8.1.
Yeah, it's a great run.
Isn't there some extra credit for the...
I just think the trick selection wasn't that hard. I mean, if you go for, like, Nyjah went full cap flip.
Yeah.
Aimu went full cab. Things like that, you know. There's just little things. I think the style brought it even higher than maybe... I thought maybe it would have been in the 7s, but the style kicked it up to an 8.1.
Kaidi coming in, trying to better a 6.8. He's usually good for it. One of the most consistent skaters. Missing the flick.
Yeah, and this course is tight. Not a lot of space between that bump to bump and the bump to ledge. You get a little off and it's hard to recover.
He'll have to look to single tricks.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic of Kaidi. He's usually a phenomenal line skater.
Another look. Back heel. As good as anyone in the business. Shout out, Lindsay Robertson. .1. Felipe Gustavo on deck, needs an 8.6 to take the lead. There we go. That's more like it.
Yeah, just getting away from frontside flip is one of his tricks too. I personally think that angle coming across it makes it a little harder to do the frontside flip. That's might have gotten his head a little bit.
Time for Felipe, run number 2. Missed one trick, but it was a major one. Well, he only does major tricks. He doesn't rink-dink around.
No, he's not the type of person to do a ton of tricks in his line, but every trick he does is usually meaningful. I mean, who starts their line out with a nollie flip crooked grind, you know?
Just him?
Yeah, he had a lot of tech tricks in there. Back nose blunt, nollie flip crook, kick flip crook, but the frontside flip just getting away from him.
5.8. Better than a 3. It's never surprising that Nyjah Huston is in the lead, but it's actually a little surprising that he's able to make the recovery he has and be straight back into it. And look now, the nerves are gone. The shaky legs, bye.
Yeah, and this is, so far, every trick he's done is exactly how he wanted it to be. Like, no air foot on the nollie crook, pop the cab flip.
The roll-in got him.
And is that the second ever tray flip he's ever missed in Street League history?
Exactly, it is, you're right.
I mean, that is the second time he's ever missed a tray flip, ever, in Street League history.
You're right. I think it started with the rolling on the quarter pipe. It seemed like something, his board turned like a tiny bit off the coping.
I mean, look at how textbook everything was, though, up until that point. So the rolling on the bank is what got him, and then the tray flip just
went 390.
Yeah, 390.
5-2. That hurt. It's okay. Still in the lead with the 8.5.
Into the single trick section.
Nyjah in second with the 8-1.
He adapts well, always. I think
We'll see what's going to happen.
contests have tried to throw different formats at Nyjah, and he's able to figure it out and get through it.
Well, when you have all the tricks, when you're the most consistent and the most relentless, I guess that's what happens.
That's a good recipe. I mean, talk about tricks, though. Shay, Sandiford, big spin, Bennett grind, the Big Ben.
That's a sick one.
On the hubba. This should be a great score for Shay.
8.4. Indeed. Felipe Gustavo. He has to go 4 for 5 on single tricks. He's going to have to go 4 for 4.
Yeah. I mean, I do like his chances with the little hubba out there. You give Felipe a tech hubba, he usually comes through.
It's not like he doesn't do well in pressure. I don't think he loves it.
Coyote's got work to do also. Lines didn't go so well. Set up here for a heel flip of some kind. Heel flip back tail.
I mean, again, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Coyote. Has to go 4 for 4.
He's up to that 8.1, which is a really good score. Let me just see what he shoots.
See where Nyjah goes.
I mean, I think the world wants to see this varial heel.
The best.
It is the best.
If you didn't see it happen live, you might think it's AI.
Yeah, we have to get a slow-mo on that. Just look at how fast, and then it just glues to his feet. Fast flick.
I guess, like, you could call him AI move.
AI move? I like that.
He's got it right there. Man, that varial heel. It's outrageous.
Best in the biz.
Best in the biz. 8.1. Kelly hated it.
I can assure you Kelly loved that one. I think we got to talk to Billy Marks, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. He was looking for a double flip beef.
Yeah.
Nyjah. Temp 1. A little scary.
I was definitely very strange pop.
Wait, what was he trying?
I don't know. I didn't know if he was going nollie back when he nose grind, nollie front nose. I still am like, I don't know what level of comfort he has right now.
Nice. Shay. Big spin nose slide.
I mean, Shay's not out of this either.
Nah, well, for one, he's going to be in the lead after this.
He went backside big spin Bennett grind, and then frontside big spin nose slide. Showing a bit of variety.
$7.2. 21.2 overall score. New leader, Shay Sandiford. Felipe Gustavo on deck. It has to happen right now for him. Or I don't know if he has a chance to even catch Angelo Caro.
I mean, I think the best chance is to win this heat so far. I mean, I know that's, you got to win. If you win your heat, you automatically qualify. And I just think the scores that are coming in.
Classic Felipe Gustavo, switch flip front tail, bolts, start to finish. Go Brazil.
That's going to be, if not a 9, very close to it. And these are the type of tricks that he did to get his first win here in this building. He's had success here.
Then he's going to move on to the nollie flip front nose slide. Switch flip back nose grind.
Even 8.7, I feel like maybe that's my first real, maybe underscored a touch. But that is a small hubba. It's hard to score there.
Oh. Kaidi dodging a bullet straight out of the shotgun. Goose egg. Bail. Kaidi's probably out of it. Aimu coming back for this drop. He's got the parachute shirt.
I mean, this is a very weird, interesting group happening. I thought it was leaning heavily towards Nyjah and Aimu, and then now it's kind of shifting a little bit into like, I feel like Felipe has a good chance.
But then...
And then Nyjah is kind of shutting the door a little bit.
Back in first. Nollie, back 180 nose grind. Back to forward. Too good.
Yeah, it's funny that this is Nyjah toning it down. Nollie back 180 nose grind. Back to straight.
Eight, 7. He's not the new leader. Shay Sandiford still in first.
But Shay has 3 tricks down. Nyjah only has 2.
Gotcha. Shay mixing it up.
Yeah, mixing it up. The variety, degree of difficulty, originality. I would have liked him to hold this 180 nose grind to the end of the hubba. I think coming out a little early is going to dock him. But cool trick. Not cool enough for the judges, I guess. I will say it would have went be a lot higher if he would have held that 180 nose grind to the end of the ledge.
71% tricks landed average for Felipe. And that's going to be it for Felipe's chances.
Nollie flip front nose. You saw how close he had to ride to that wall to try to get the angle for it. I just think it got a little uncomfortable for him.
Only a 6.8 so far.
Kaidi. He's got to go 3 for 3. And he's going to be out of the running as well. So close. Jared Lucas having a good time down there filming. Taking another look. So close.
Yeah, late big spin and then a late slip out.
Throw away. Okay, so Shay Sandiford is
Aimu set up again. See if he goes for this cab. couldn't bail that one again.
No, so solid. I mean, the board control is just unmatched. Man, he pops that so high, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Just goes up and then spins late.
And then finishes early. Done with the spin. 7.3. Good enough for second. 23.5. Not huge scores, though, for Aimu. I could see him finishing in second in this group and not catching Angelo. So he's going to have to win this group.
Yeah, you're going to need to average around an 8.7 to get into the LCQ. So, again, you got to win this heat if you want to get through.
Yeah, Nyjah, switch front heel. What can you say? It's just too impressive. How long can Nyjah just keep making it happen? Didn't seem like it was done all that properly. Still managed to reel it in, no problems.
Yeah, and you know, Nyjah has a different gear of doing something how he wants it to look and then doing it safely, just making sure he lands it.
25.7, up into second. It's coming for Shay. Shay is our Kona Big Wave new leader. Men's knockout round, group number 3. Getting stuck on a half cab crook. Was there more to it? Is it gonna?
Had to have been more to it. Maybe it was going half cab crook all the way around, but just getting a little too center on the truck.
Left the door way open for Nyjah.
Up next is Felipe Gustavo.
What tripped me out is there's only 3 people in this contest that are in their 30s. Tommy Fynn, Felipe, and Nyjah. Nyjah's the 3rd oldest person in this contest.
That's surprising.
That is wild.
Kaidi. Up next, Aimu. Did the varial heel, did the cab, did a decent line. Where does he go from here? Needs a 3.8 for first, but that doesn't matter right now. He needs some big scores. First would be fine, but he'd have to be hoping that nobody makes another trick, and you can't bank on that.
I mean, if he heel flips into anything going up that hubba, that'll be a big score.
Nyjah needs a 1.6 to move into the lead.
Yeah, he can close the door here.
Coming in, switch. Straight switch heel, perfect.
And if there's anybody that knows about contest strategy, it's Nyjah. Not only does he have the tricks, he just has the mental awareness and the experience to be able to kind of dial it in when he needs to. He could have gone 1,000 different routes there, but he knew how consistent he is at switch heels. He knew it's going to get the score that he wants, and he handles biz.
.7, 33.4. So Nyjah, even though he's in first place right now, is still, his score is lower than Angelo's. It's not going to matter if he wins the group because he gets to advance. But he is our Kona Big Wave new leader for group number 3 of 4 here in the men's knockout rounds from Sydney. That scoreboard tells all.
Then Shay, and Nyjah.
With that, here's a look at the Lucy re-rack for final trick attempts. Kaidi will be first in, and Nyjah last. Nyjah, as the leader, is in the driver's seat. Aimu and Shay and Nyjah still in this one.
First up, last attempt, group 3, make some noise, get behind these skaters.
Kaidi so far out of it, but he wants to go out with a bang here. Gets close. Signature late back biggie, not happening.
Okay,
Felipe Gustavo.
Felipe Gustavo, you can say you're watching this man.
You want to go out with a make. Wow!
That looked like it was going wrong from the start, but he's able to pull that back under his feet. Switch frontside flip off the top ropes.
And then by the time he landed, it was perfect. But you're right. Did not look like that.
Yeah, it almost looked like it power slid right out of the beginning. Always a very strong switch frontside flipper. Brazil is hyped right now.
8.5, way to finish for Felipe. And he's out. Aimu. Oh, look at that, needs a 10.
Just needs an easy 10 right here.
Aimu's out, essentially.
If he heel flip crooks up the hubba, I'd give him a 10.
You'd give him a 10.
I would. I don't know about Billy Marks, but I would.
Firecrackers, the nollie flip, out of the crook.
Just because it's Aimu, maybe a 9.9. Still just so awesome to see him skate.
.7, not quite a 10. It's official. Nyjah Huston just sealed first place in group number 3 here in the men's knockout rounds. He's going on to the finals, even after everything he's been through.
Yeah.
The last 6 weeks. It's wild. Ginwoo looking on, coming up in the next heat. But first, Shay, Sandiford, one last try. Best he can do is second place. There we go. No. No. And he would have been able to catch Angelo, but he didn't. Nyjah making it look pretty easy, too.
I think he was out. Yeah. I mean, Nyjah, don't put your foot in the middle of that shotgun rail.
Unbelievably great to see Nyjah Huston here in Sydney skateboarding and really not missing a beat.
Yeah, this means something to him. I mean, everybody was like, is it too soon for Nyjah to come back? Is it too early? And then look at him now, just coasting his way into the finals.
With that, Nyjah Huston's headshot has been added to that final Gio, Sora, Nyjah, 3 more still to go. The winner of Group 4 will be on there, and then your second and third last chance qualifier spots. Right now, it's Julian Agliardi and Angelo Caro still hanging on to those 2 last chance qualifying spots. I feel what you're putting down, Sean. Felipe Moda, skater number 1, Group 4, from Brazil.
And then maybe the tallest competitor from Carlsbad, skating for Canada, Cordano Russell.
Janka. He flew into Melbourne yesterday morning, skated all day, and then flew here last night, and he's ready to put it down.
Gotta get your clips in the streets.
Yeah.
Another amazing skateboarder, one of my favorites, Braden Hoban.
Super Crown champion 2025 as the rookiest of rookies. Ginwoo Onodera from Japan. Can't wait.
At the Super Crown last year, it really did feel like that Nyjah-esque at the start of Street League, that something special was gonna happen. He was gonna go on a run. See if Ginwoo can keep it going.
And it's always taken consistent skating to do well in Street League, but he's tapped into another gear with the consistency. Felipe Moda on the course for his first run, not panning out.
No, conserving energy, calling it off.
Now he's back in.
And I know he wanted to call that off, but I think that's smart. Just get the nollie 50 on the rail, keep the legs moving. Should set you up for better success on the second run. Even Felipe, I was with him a few days before we both flew out here. And he had a weird slam at the Super Crown that was still kind of bothering him. It wasn't a long off season for these guys. Super Crown was beginning of December, only a couple months off.
Cordano Russell got the win at the Cleveland takeover last year, missing the half cab flip. Got a unique bag of tricks.
Unique bag of tricks and a lot of pop.
Yeah, massive pop.
Time,
10 seconds left. He's got to finish strong here. Wow.
Frontside half cab flip front board.
That's a long rail for that trick, because we've seen him, sometimes you miss the pop, the flick, and then you're just blind up there.
I mean, I couldn't think of a scarier trick to try than frontside half cab flip front board. Solid run, fakey backlip, missing the half cab flip, but still getting all of his higher scoring tricks done and landed.
.7.0. Cordano in the lead. Janka on deck. Busy guy. He can't be stopped. He's relentless.
Yeah, I mean, he can't stop. He's in the streets always, constantly on skate trips, and still able to get to all the contest events. Yeah, he has a very full schedule, this guy.
He made one Street League final, and it was at the Super Crown 2024. Ended badly, but he's got the skills to get back there. Missing the front feed, slipping out of the front board. Time for one more. Switch, front nose grind. That's time for Janka. Run 1 of 2. Not happy. Oh, he is happy.
Yeah, Janka's a pretty happy guy in general, I'd say. I mean, with back threes like that.
.7. Second place. Braden Hoban up next. Braden has 1 SLS win under his belt back in 2024 in front of his hometown crowd. San Diego hasn't made a final since, but it's kind of surprising that he hasn't.
What year was his win?
24.
He hasn't made a final since. That's wild.
He did well in Santa Monica at the takeover, but he hasn't made an arena final. How about that? Front Smith on the Harbor Bridge rail. And he's off his board.
I mean, it started out his run so strong. I love the layout of it. Obviously missing a couple of tricks at the end, but if he cleans that up, that'll be a really good score.
Classic. Braden Hoban, Ollie Impossible 50.
Wearing a Michael Jordan Bulls shirt. Trying to channel the GOAT's energy. Here we go.
Brings us to Ginwoo. Super Crown Champ 2025. Big flip front board. Half gap flip. Straight flip fakie. Looking comfortable. He didn't flip that backside flip. He kind of just rolled it. Keeping it going. Right where he left off in the Super Crown. Taking it to this Sydney course. Angelo Caro gets it.
I mean, it's comically insane. How do you compete with that?
There wasn't even a hint of a sketch anywhere in that line.
No.
He placed it back on his feet.
Everything was perfect and crazy. The only trick he did that was basic was tailside the bump to ledge. Everything else, even this doesn't even count. He did a back 3 kickflip to fakie.
.9.2.
That was a 9.2, and I think that was underscored.
That's crazy. And he has way more in the tank.
Yeah, that was his reserve, like, let's just get a line down 9.2.
Felipe Mota, you got any insight into what that injury was from the Super Crown?
Yeah, he tweaked his knee, kind of like tweaked and smashed into the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
And this was in Sao Paulo. He doesn't live too far from there. So he just rehabbed and stayed there for a month before coming back home. And then, you know, those things take a little bit He was off his board. Just said he wasn't feeling 100%, but he felt good enough to be able to skate.
Locked in, back tail. Popping that kickflip up the Euro. Nice kickflip back Smith.
Sick.
Great recovery from his first line. Felipe Moda. Got to feel good about that. Clean nollie, front 5-0. Proper front hurricane.
Yeah, really locked in there. And then this kickflip back Smith. Dipped. Cool trick.
Great trick. .6.8. He doesn't look thrilled with it.
No, I mean, he also had to back up Ginwoo's line there. It's a little tough. See that type of damage being done to the course.
Cordano in for his second run, trying to improve on a 7. Half cab flip.
Missing the pop, but still making it happen.
Fakey crook, 180 in, heel flip up the Euro. Beautiful.
Really cool, scary trick. Frontside half cab, front 50.
Cordano staying on. Big finish. Luckily, he's 10 feet tall.
Yeah. You know, someone like you and me, that would have been very bad. Cordano, he just walked right out of that one.
But
still not
scary.
the score he's gonna want.
He had that whole line going until the end there. We need to combine run 1 and 2. Would be solid. Cordano will stick with the 7 as he looks to single tricks, but you know he's got those. His one SLS win was at a takeover, all single tricks.
Yeah, that takeover format works well for Cordano. He's gonna have to rely on that skill set to get him into the finals.
Jonka coming in switch. Front lip, coming in forward, nollie heel. Back 3 to manual.
Yep.
Lands it.
Count it.
All right, makes the front feeble this time. Pops the kickflip.
For the Stefan Janowski switch nose grind 180 down the hubba, but slipping out.
So one fall right at the buzzer. Does that improve on a 5-7?
It's gonna be close. Even if it does, it's not gonna be enough. Most likely 2 throwaway scores from both of those lines.
Second attempt, but now, right now,
Braden Hoban back on deck, trying to get rid of that 4.6. Get some momentum going. Front blunt. Coming back, kicky front board, no. When Braden first came out into SLS, he was on fire. Seems like he's missing a little bit of the magic the last year or so.
Yeah, it just hasn't lined up for him since San Diego. It's still there. The tricks, the talent, just needs to all come together at the right time.
Yeah, and we know as skaters, all it takes is that one really good run, and you could be right back into it. That was sick.
I mean, that's the type of skating we're used to seeing him kickflip back tail shove at the end. It's just, you're right, it's very close always.
Yeah. And it's not, it has nothing to do with his skateboarding. It's just this contest. They get to you.
Yeah. And Braden, like Jonka, takes care of the streets. He's constantly on the road.
Trying to get rid of a 4.6. Needs something to work with, moving into single tricks. 7.4 helps.
Yeah. Still, you got to average about an 8.7 to get in the last chance qualifier.
Ginwoo.
Or just hope Ginwoo falters a little bit, but that's not looking very likely. He flips his board 3 times in a row.
The mindset that it's got to take to know you're dropping into a run like this. Shocking.
Shocking.
Just cruising.
Just cruising.
6.3. So Ginwoo will stick with that first run score, 9.2.
It's a good score to stick with.
Yeah. And it's the Boost Mobile line of the night, 9.2. Ginwoo.
Had everything, flipped his board so many times. Front blunt big spin, and then to end it with the switch 270 front board.
Even his stance on the board is so solid. Like the landing, his feet are they're flat and they're over the bolts. There's no sketch. Doesn't make any sense, I tell you. Single trick section coming up. Men's knockout round, group number 4, and then we'll know who's moving on to the final. Ginwoo's biggest battle was with that beanie.
Yeah.
Trying to work its way over his eyes. Jonka. Trick number 1.
Switch nose grind the shotgun row. This is interesting. I want to see the replay of how he locks in. Does he lock in like a round rail or a hubba? Kind of a little bit of both. That wheel was definitely riding on the other bar, but he tweaked it up. Honestly, I don't think Jonka even cares. He just switch ollies into a nose grind and deals with it.
Beast mode, 7.0.
I like a switch nose grind. I thought that could have scored a little bit higher, but I guess it's a basic trick. I just think it looks cool.
Felipe Moda had a great line. Not the best score. Oh, we've seen him struggle with that trick many times. Here, not so much. Straight out the gate. Big spin front hurricane locked in. Bolts.
Yeah, and I think big spin hurricanes are it's kind of a real risky contest trick. Just a lot could go wrong. It's hard to lock it in and hold it the whole way, and he did that perfect. It's got away from him in the past, but first try right out of the gate, 8.5.
Nice. I feel like Felipe Mota has actually had bad luck in Street League.
Yeah.
It's just like one thing after another. He's been so close so many times. Cordano Russell in. Whoo, boy.
Yeah, there it is.
Nollie big spin back lip. No problem for him. Fakey.
Nollie big back lip. And remember, to get into the last chance qualifier, you have to average about an 8.7. So those are the type of scores you're looking to get, unless, you know, you're either banking on that or you're banking on Ginwoo falling.
Yeah, because look at it right now. He's got a 7 and an 8.3. That's not even close.
No.
Braden Hoban. It's got a 7.4. Ooh.
There we go.
Wrapped up, straight into the nose grind. That's that magic we need.
Yeah, and that's the originality that comes around. You don't see a lot of people do an impossible frontside nose grind on a hubba.
He did that at the Hubba Resurrection. Kind of his intro to SLS. 9 Club, just like that.
Club, and those are the type of tricks we need to see if you're going to advance out of the knockout round and into the finals. Just do what Michael Jordan would do. He has some new shoes on as well.
Good point. Ginwoo. Just fun to think about what's he going to try. Yep, kickflip, front blunt, fakie. No problem.
And that's not hard for him. Hard for everybody else. Very routine for him. Kickflip front blunt, locking those wheels in the middle of that shotgun rail.
Julian Agliardi did that trick earlier. Ginwoo getting it done real easy here, 8.8.
Yeah, keeping pace.
9 average. Junka. Coming in switch. Switch front big board.
Switch biggie board is sketchy.
Yeah. But like you said, he doesn't care.
No, he's good with whatever.
Remember at the Wilshire Resurrection, that was Jonka at his best.
I mean, and Jonka could do everything. He is tech. He has all the tricks. But if you give him a big rail, if you give him a Wilshire 15, he will dominate.
Yeah, because he'll do all these same tricks.
Yeah.
No problem. 8.0. Felipe Mota trying to get out of 5th place. 5.5 puts him in the lead. But it's about the scores right now. He wants 9s. That was close.
It's so close.
Got twisted on that landing.
I mean, it wasn't a hard fall, but you keep driving your hip into the ground, and eventually it's going to start to hurt.
Something's got to give.
Yeah.
Cordano.
It's like boxing. Those little jabs add up. Wow. That is so crazy to do.
Front side, half cab, front 50.
On the rail. He did do it on the hubba in his line. could be a slight deduction, but to do this on a long round rail, very hard, very scary. Pretty front truck heavy there.
His first score was an 8.3. His second score to come in the single trick section.
He's going to move into the lead with a 5.5 or better. But 8.1, that's what we're talking about. Still a little low if we're looking to catch Angelo Caro's 34.7.
Yeah, and I think that's where the variety comes into play. You know, you do it in your run and then do it on another obstacle, another spot. You're going to get deducted.
Braden Hoban. Oh, going up with the front 50 and landing it with good speed.
That's the key. Going up a rail is so hard, but to roll with speed out is very scary. You gotta, I mean, going fast up a handrail, that's something you want to do. He would have got scored higher if he went up and across, but still.
Yeah, dude, I don't even know what to do.
8.8.
Yeah.
So Braden on pace.
He's on pace.
He's got to keep it going, and you just heard him say he doesn't know what to do, but he's got a pretty deep bag of tricks. Kickflip back nose blunt wouldn't hurt. Ginwoo in. Oh, kickflip back tail, big spin.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And I saw all these big spin tricks out on the Hubba in Vegas. And that was plywood they were landing on. Which is a little more slippery. It gives a little bit, pivoting that around. And I thought, I wonder if the concrete is going to affect him a little grippier. It didn't. Still good.
He's so calculated with every movement, but they're not drastic. It's just like the lightest touch.
Yeah, and it's not very forceful out. It's not like the big pop, big spin. It's just kind of like, it's like fast over popping it. You know what I mean?
It's almost like the bare minimum. He's
Yeah.
like doing the least to get these tricks to happen.
And that's where the consistency is, you know? It's like,
Wow.
it's just making sure the board isn't too far away from your feet at all times.
So Ginwoo got a 9.1, by the way. I'm glad he got up that quick.
Yeah, and
Man,
that's the scary part about that double rail. The truck can snag up in there real easy.
and it's so hard to get up off the ground after you just got rocked and know you have to keep going. And he's got an independent trip all over Australia after this, so he wants to survive this one. That's what I'm talking about.
It's so close. Always. It's a perfect heel flip, but just that front foot board dropped right off of it. Still able to get it back around, but couldn't hang on.
Brazil, represent. We got you guys.
5.1, that's... yeah.
This guy wanted a 9. We don't even need to talk about it.
No.
Cordano coming in next. Needs a 3.8 to temporarily take the lead. He'd have 4 scores posted. Ginwoo only has 3 posted. Oh, that was sick.
That was very sick.
Front cab lip.
Cordano traveling with his little brother.
Keeping it all in the family.
Bro is psyched. Front side, cab. Well, that board was fighting for its life right there. Look at the flex in this board.
Japan about 2 years ago when he was up to my knees, and I think 2 years later he's taller than me.
Big score, 9 even.
Score, all right, this
32.4. Okay, now we're talking.
Now we have some second chance qualifier action.
Now I think Angelo Caro might have to be a little nervous. Cordano still has 2 tries to drop some lower scores. Moving on, Braden Hoban needs a 7.3 to move into the lead. He wants 9s. I believe he went for a kickflip back nose blunt. But he didn't make it. He'll have 2 tries.
2 tries, has to do 2.
2 hammers.
2 hammers.
Ginwoo just needs to keep going. 9-2, 8-8, 9-1. What's next? Oh,
Yeah.
switch 270 front blunt. Heavy.
Heavy.
Does it matter that 2 of his tricks were front blunt variations, even though they were so different?
Nah, I think that's different enough. Switch 270 front blunt and kickflip front blunt. Totally different. Totally insane. And Ginwoo is going to...
He's going to the 9 club.
yeah, he's going to the 9 club.
36.1. So 3 9s and an 8-8. And still 2 single trick attempts still to go.
Yeah, and I doubt this last 2 tries are even going to matter for him. I mean, regardless, he has a second chance qualifier spot. Even if he doesn't get out of this.
It's already sewn up. Jonka. That was sick. Cab, front nose slide to forward.
Yeah, he's bummed on that hang up on the switch.
You know, when they ask you to rate your pain, like, what are you at? 0 to 10?
Yeah.
Every one of us would be like 11.
Yeah.
Look at his back.
I mean, I would have walked to my hotel room after that.
Or, no, you'd have taken an Uber.
Oh.
Walk, forget it.
Yeah.
Wheel you on out of here on your board.
100%. And he just did a cab front nose.
7.7. Felipe. Moto. 2 attempts. Scores just aren't there. Nollie big heel back tail or?
It looked like nollie big heel back tail.
That's what it would take.
Man, I don't like stepping on that rail.
Second chance qualifier score needs to be a 9.4. But as long as he's getting rid of a 7, he's going to be in a better spot. Okay.
And that's exactly right. You don't need to get 9.4 right out of the gates, even though he could get close here.
Fakey heel.
Fakey heel back lit. But this is going to set him up to be able to get the score on his last trick.
Angelo Caro is going to be watching this score as closely as anyone in the building.
I mean, a 9.4 isn't out of the question here.
Come on, Cordano.
9.1 sets him up for his final try, 34.5. And Angelo has a 34.7 overall.
4.5, he's in second spot.
Braden looks like he's like bemused. He's kind of like annoyed, not stoked, and out.
Yeah. Careful back nose blunt's a lot to ask for. It is one of his tricks.
He did it in the break.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the wasted try? Hold on. Second chance leaderboard. Julian Agliardi, still looking good, 35-1. Angelo, 34-7. Cordano right there in third. He's in a good spot, though. It's up to him. Do you believe in a wasted try theory of tricks? Or a wasted make? Save the make.
Kind of. I think so. I never, like, when I was practicing in between tries, I'd always just like to get close.
Right.
Yeah.
Ginwoo doesn't believe in it at all. He wants to make it 100 times in a row. Switchback heel bolts.
Well, I mean, he's different.
Yeah, he's different.
He's, I don't even know. Switchback, is that even? Didn't even need to do that.
Didn't even need to do anything.
No.
But you'd think that trick is easy based on the way he just did it. Very few people are going to make a switchback heel down a big gap. First try, every try, 8.8.
And he's going to drop that score.
Yeah, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, he's smiling.
Last trick attempt, knockout round, group 4, re-rack from Sydney. Felipe Mota will be first in, and of course, Ginwoo will be last to skate. And if the trend continues, Sean, that'll be it. The last skater in every group wins. And then the question will be, who gets that last chance qualifier spot? Is it going to be Cordano or is it going to be Angelo Caro?
Yeah, Julian Agliardi pretty much has that sewn up, and then it just becomes that second spot.
Big props to Julian Agliardi.
Yeah.
Making it through arena stop. Not happening for Felipe Mota here in Sydney. He's going to make it happen this year. Braden Hoban, does he go back for the kickflip back nose blunt?
Oh.
Out.
Always good to see Braden Hoban out here. He also has a long Australia trip after this. Him and the boys are going to skate around town.
Toy Boys? Who's he skating with? Which group?
I don't know.
I saw Dakota Servold.
Yeah, I saw Dakota
Well,
out
he's
here.
Foundation. But is he here with Foundation? Who's he here with?
I think he's just come to skate.
Okay, nice. Jonka out. Here, it comes down to this.
Cordano, Russell.
Cordano can get that second chance qualifier spot with an 8.4. That's what he needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
He doesn't get it. Takes a hard one. He's going to be okay. Shakes it off. And Angelo Caro going to the final.
Makes it through. That's 3 people from Group 2 to make it into the finals. Man, that was a pretty hefty one from Cordano, though. He got locked up at the top of that rail.
Ginwoo breezing on through. 36.1. This is warm up for tomorrow. Switch front nose slide. Shove out. Whatever. Big spin out. Something out. What do you call it?
I guess you would say big spin, right? Switch front nose. Yeah, big spin.
Sure.
And I saw, or we both saw in Vegas, he switch heeled into that. So we know there's another gear.
Man. Cracked the sweat, too.
Yeah.
8.8. Look at all makes.
Yeah.
All makes.
No problem for Ginwoo Onodera.
It's fun to watch.
I'm curious to see the finalists, how their scores shape up.
The men's final is set from Sydney. Group 1 winner, Giovanni Vianna. Group 2, Sora. Group 3, Nyjah. Group 4, Ginwoo. And the last chance qualifiers both coming through. Group number 2, Julian, Agliardi, and Angelo, Caro. New faces.
New faces, heavy lineup here. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be absolutely insane.
Nyjah, the veteran at 31 years old.